My name is Margaret. I'm 36 years old, living here in Manchester. I work as a school teacher, spending my days with children, yet earning barely enough to survive. This city, expensive beyond belief. No matter how hard I try, the money just vanishes. My partner Thomas works far away in a distant town. Gone for weeks, sometimes months. He sends what he can whenever possible, but honestly, it never stretches far enough to cover everything. Most evenings I'm completely alone, washing dishes, preparing meals, just for myself. When darkness falls, I sit beside a flickering candle, listening to the steady ticking of the old clock on the wall. I dream of having a baby, but we simply can't afford that dream. The longing stays with me constantly, and it aches. The ceiling drips water when it rains. The oven stopped working last month. Unpaid letters pile up inside a kitchen drawer where I've hidden them. Thomas doesn't know. He's already struggling with so much burden. One chilly morning, before heading to work, I glanced through the local paper. My eyes landed on the tiny classified section. Lodging wanted, temporary arrangements, cash paid up front. The thought planted itself in my mind and wouldn't leave. Later that afternoon, I drafted a small notice. Private room available. Peaceful household. Brief stays welcomed. My fingers trembled as I posted it. I convinced myself this was practical. Just a temporary solution, nothing more. 48 hours passed. Then came a knock at my front door. A stranger stood there. He introduced himself as Mr. Collins. He mentioned traveling through Manchester for business purposes. His voice stayed calm and steady. He smiled frequently. His appearance seemed respectable. He didn't pry much. He wanted the bedroom on the second floor. "I'll pay triple your asking price," he offered casually. "Just 48 hours. Triple?" My mind raced to the leaking ceiling, to those hidden bills stuffed in the drawer. I didn't consider Thomas. I didn't consider danger signals. I agreed immediately. He arrived that same evening, carrying only a single worn bag. He turned the lock softly behind him. He remained upstairs, barely making a sound. Yet suddenly the house didn't feel empty anymore. It felt observed. During the night, I heard him leaving through the back door, returning well past midnight. His footsteps sounded deliberate, measured. The following day he never came downstairs. His curtains stayed shut tightly. That evening, I noticed peculiar dark marks on his boots near the doorway. I convinced myself it was just dirt from the streets. I didn't dare question him. As night fell again, I heard strange metallic noises drifting from above, furniture being dragged across the floor, a scraping sound harsh and unsettling. I lay frozen in bed until sunrise. Just before dawn broke, he vanished. No farewell, no request for any refund. When I finally entered that upstairs room, an odd smell hit me instantly. The linens had disappeared completely. The wooden floor near the far wall showed deep scratch marks, like something heavy had been moved repeatedly. I threw open the window, desperate for fresh air. That same afternoon, Thomas came home unexpectedly. He looked exhausted but happy to finally be back. Within minutes, he noticed something wrong. "What on earth happened here?" he demanded. I confessed everything about the lodger. About the extra money I'd accepted. His expression transformed slowly. Not anger initially, but genuine terror. By evening, uniformed officers arrived at our doorstep. They questioned me about a man who'd stayed under our roof. They explained he was being hunted for a violent offense committed in a nearby district. They suspected evidence might remain inside our home. They thoroughly searched the upstairs bedroom. They avoided eye contact with me the entire time. After they departed, Thomas remained silent, completely withdrawn. That night, he chose to sleep downstairs on the couch. By morning, he'd gathered his belongings. "You allowed a complete stranger into our home without consulting me," he said quietly. This place was the only sanctuary I had left. Walked out without another word. Now the house sits silent once more, but everything feels changed. The money I earned, already spent, gone forever. The ceiling continues dripping. Occasionally I swear I hear movement upstairs, even when I know I'm alone. I survived, yes, but I'm isolated now, living in a house that no longer feels safe or familiar. And it all started with one advertisement, and one unbearably lonely choice. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like the video and share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe to English Reflections for more simple stories and daily motivation.